So today we're going to be going over 7 fragrances that you should buy immediately without even thinking about it. In a lot of situations, purchasing a fragrance may be something that you do have to think about. You do have to weigh certain pros and cons of a fragrance and really kind of decide if it's going to be one for you. Some of you guys may enjoy that process. You may like the process of diving deeper, doing more research, comparing that with some other options, but some of you guys, maybe not so much. Maybe some of you just want to buy a cologne so you can have it and start wearing it without thinking about it all that much. And that's really what we have here today. 7 fragrances that you can pretty much pull the trigger on without having to put too much thought into it, and you have a very, very high success rate of absolutely loving it. And for this video, I went ahead and put some different options in here. We have one niche fragrance for those who would be interested. We've got some more affordable ones. We've got some that are a little bit more expensive. So no matter what your taste is, these fragrances here will be catered towards you so you can make a decision. Let's get it. Front and center, Nuit Bleu Electrique. You guys have heard enough about this already. I understand people are already getting tired of it and so on. And out of all of the ones that have been released so far this year, this is one that in my opinion is worth retail. I wouldn't have a problem paying retail for this one. In fact, I already did do that and I'm super happy with it. And so you can imagine that by the time this hits discounters, it's gonna go crazy. Because a lot of people still don't want to pay that retail price, which is totally understandable because it's retail plus tax plus shipping, so it ends up being over $100 without a 15% off code anyway. So I understand not wanting to go that route, and I think this here is definitely worth a pickup. A lot of the reason why is because it's reviving that original Nuit DNA. And a lot of people will put a whole bunch of brain power into this topic right here, which is Nuit reformulation. Now, I went down that rabbit hole at one point. I've done videos on it, like a comparison buying guide between the different formulations. Feel free to check that out. Long story short, nowadays, I just don't care. I wear my new bottle of Nuit the OG, over my old ones because literally, at this point, it doesn't matter to me. I would rather worry about other stuff. So if you're a newcomer to the community and you've been scarred to death by all the people telling you not to buy Nuit because of the reformulations, this right here is the silver lining, and to me, that's worth every penny. In my opinion, one of the best date fragrance DNAs on the market, even now in 2021, and will be in 2022 as well. Yeah, like that's a heavy statement, but I really do believe that with all of my heart here. I'm not just feeding you a bunch of BS because I have no reason to do that. This DNA is magical, and you should buy it. Next up, Lacoste Match Point. Cashmere, basil, vetiver, and geranium are some of the notes in this one. It's woody, it's green, it's clean. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to think about. If you would like a fragrance that is woody, clean, and green, you would like this, and therefore you should purchase it. If you don't like a fragrance that is woody, clean, and green, then don't buy it. That's as simple as it gets here. I think we can all understand that. And that's really all you need to know. You know, this is simple enough to where it's pretty easy to make an informed decision on blindly. But really beyond that, it still does have a little bit of a kind of twist, you know, something that does make you come back for more. Because there are a lot of fragrances out there that will be super generic, super basic, and of course it's easy to pick one of those up. But this one has a little bit more to it than that, to where it even makes me come back to it and smell this one and make me go, wow, you know, it is really enjoyable. You get a green mintiness from the geranium, a nice clean woodiness from the cashmere and vetiver mixture, a little bit of an herbal undertone from the basil. It's really well done. Great for school, great for work, great for a signature scent. Literally works for anything. Lacoste, they make some really good fragrances and they're good at making clean, fresh fragrances like this one. Quality is great, performance is also pretty good. All around, this one right here is pretty solid. Next up, ADG Absolu. Sea notes, woody notes, and tonka bean are some of the key players in this one. At first, I wasn't all for it. But over time, I've come around to it quite a bit. I actually really like this one. In a way, it has a little bit of an Invictus Aqua style, but with its own twist, with an ADG twist, and also with a bit more of a, like a tonka bean sweetness, a little bit more of a fruitiness. I find that the differences between this and some of the other Invictus Aqua style fragrances on the market are significant enough to make it worth picking up. even if you already have those other ones. And it's also a really good performer, like above average compared to a lot of other aquatics and freshies on the market. It is an eau de parfum, so you would expect good performance out of it, and it definitely delivers. And one of the main reasons why you should pick this one up is compliments. The one word that everyone loves. Or actually, it's about 50-50. Some love it, some are tired of hearing about it. The truth is, a lot of the people that are just getting into the community are coming in and joining us in this wonderful hobby because of compliments. And this one here, it'll do that for you. You really just don't have to think about it. This can be worn and enjoyed for anything, anytime. Next up, Prada Luna Rossa Black. Another fragrance that is incredible and one of the best selections on the market for a guy, in my opinion. This one has tonka bean and amber as a couple of the main notes that you need to know. Everything else, don't worry so much about. Tonka bean and amber, it's warm, it's powdery, it's sweet, and it is incredibly alluring. Now I gotta tell you front and center, very sweet, powdery, not gonna be for everyone. So please understand this. If you have not experienced too many sweeter, powdery men's fragrances and all that you have is aquatics and freshies, don't dive straight into this. Or you can if you want, but don't get mad at me if you don't like it. This here is for someone who already has dabbled with fragrances of this genre. And if you have and you like them, you're gonna like this. And again, I see comments all the time. People go over from aquatics and freshies and citrus fragrances into something sweet, and then they comment and say that it was a dumb suggestion and that no one should buy it because it sucks. Not true. You just got to ease into it. You got to know what you like first. A lot of you guys really love this one, myself included, and I think it's a really, really nice option and one of the best options out there for warm, inviting men's fragrance. It can work on a date. You could do that, but I think it's also just good for more formal, dressed up situations in an evening in the cooler weather. Next up, we have that niche fragrance that I was talking about. This here is one of the most affordable niche fragrances on the market. I guess one of the more affordable niche brands on the market, that is. That is Remarkable People by ELDO. Grapefruit, champagne, cardamom, and sandalwood are some of the notes in here. This is absolutely stunning. I love this stuff. It's worth every bit of hype that it got back in the day and then some. And like I said, one of the cheapest on the market in terms of niche, $159 at retail for a 100 ml bottle. That's borderline designer territory when you think about the new Sauvage Elixir in a 75 ml costing $155 a designer. Yeah, that's pretty wild. And what if I told you that you could save almost $16 on top of that price by shopping with Twisted Lily and grabbing this one using my code CHAOS10. That code works for everything site-wide over there, and that's going to be one of the best ways that you can pick this one up at a discount along with countless other niche brands. So make sure you take advantage of that. CHAOS10, 10% off, always active site-wide. Get $16 off of this. And get potentially, $20, $30, $40, $50+ off of some other stuff depending on how much you spend. Definitely worth it. Make sure you check them out. Twisted Lily is awesome. And like I said, this fragrance here is awesome as well. That champagne cardamom opening is incredible. It's fizzy, it's sparkling, it's bright, it has a little bit of a creaminess from that sandalwood. It works great in spring, it works great in fall. Those are probably the best times of year for this one. But you could wear it on a summer morning, summer evening. You could wear it in winter as well. But the point is, this here is a beauty. Very unique and very affordable for a niche scent. If you're looking to get into niche and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money, that's your ticket. Next up, coming in at around $50, Gentleman Eau de Parfum by Givenchy. I'm used to all of the other long names like Gentleman Eau de Toilette Intense and Gentleman Eau de Parfum Boisé. But yeah, this is just Gentleman Eau de Parfum, so pretty easy to remember. Iris, vanilla, balsam, black pepper are some of the main notes. Opens up a little bit spicy. Opens up warm and sweet with that vanilla, the balsam, the iris. It's got a little bit of a floral, powdery touch. This here, man, that smells good. And it reminds me of the holidays. A lot of which because I wore this around the holidays last year. Thanksgiving, Christmas, that sort of thing. Because it's really good for that time, being a warmer, sweeter fragrance. This is the type of thing that you could wear on a chilly fall day where it's raining outside and you don't want to go out and do anything, or a really cold winter day where getting snow, maybe you're snowed in, roads are really bad, you took the day off of work or it's a weekend or whatever and you're just hanging out at home. This has such a warm, cozy, inviting, but also comforting smell about it. And that's what I really appreciate about fragrances like this one is for the cooler weather, it just makes you feel good. Not to mention, it's a great compliment getter. You know, gets compared a little bit to Dior Homme Intense, and it does have similarities, but it's much more wearable and frankly much more mass appealing than Dior Homme Intense, making this a great pickup for a lot of you guys out there. Again, if you're into something sweeter, you want something a bit unique for fall and winter time, then this is one you should be checking out. And last up, a fragrance that just makes me happy. I love it every time I smell it. Another one that's around like $45, $50-ish, depending on bottle size, tester, all that sort of thing, is L'Instant de Guerlain Eau de Parfum. Cacao, patchouli, and sandalwood are some of the main notes. In my opinion, just about every guy should have this. Not everyone. If you're 16 years old in high school, don't buy it. But if you are older than that, and again, you have an appreciation for something that potentially is a bit more of a challenge for you, and also something that is a little bit more warm and spicy and kind of powdery, then this is for you. It's heavy on the patchouli, it's heavy on the cacao, there's sandalwood. To me, this is just a timeless, elegant, classy fragrance. And if you want to smell high-end and expensive and masculine and just refined, and you want to gain all of the respect of people around you, wear this. That's all you need. I could smell this all day, I really could. I mean, this is a masterpiece done by Guerlain. I wish so bad that I had some of the vintage bottles. I haven't tried those, so I don't know personally what the smell difference is, but I would like to get one just to see if there is a huge difference or not, because I really truly do love this. I mean, it's kind of mesmerizing in a way. Like I said, I could just smell this all the time. I could wear it all the time. It's a great performer, and like I mentioned at the beginning, it's like $40 to $50 for this. In my opinion, that's one of the best bargains on the market here. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for me. That is 7 fragrances that you should buy immediately without even thinking twice, right? Just go online, hit the links down below. They will take you to the best prices for these, and just start buying. Start checking out and have some wonderful smelling packages be delivered to your door in about a week. Yeah, really, in my opinion, I truly believe that these are fantastic fragrances that each cater to a different type of person, no matter what your taste is. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully this gave you some ideas if you've been wanting to pick some stuff up. Remember, the links will be down below. Also, become a channel member. Pretty cool. I mean, there's vlogs, there's top 10s. You can watch these videos early before everyone else. You can also chat with me in a group chat, one-on-one, and with the other members as well. Get all of your questions answered. Share your scent of the day, that sort of thing. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.